Believing the man was nothing more than a weathered rancher, living out his final years alone, they slipped onto his property under the cover of dusk and slaughtered the dog that guarded him. What they failed to understand was that the quiet figure they dismissed had once been a Marine marksman, someone whose calm exterior concealed a lifetime of precision, discipline, and violence, far beyond anything they were prepared to face. Their mistake would set off a chain of consequences none of them could escape. Far to the south, in a dusty corner of Mexico, a young boy named Miguel lives with his mother, Rosa. On a warm afternoon, as she prepares a simple meal in their modest home, Rosa answers a sudden, frantic call from her brother, Carlos. His voice trembles as he warns her that a dangerous cartel is hunting him after he took a large sum of their money. Out of desperation, he urges her to locate the cash he hid for her and leave the country before they find out. Minutes after the call ends, the cartel seizes him. Their cold-eyed leader, Mauricio, searches through his phone and notices Rosa's name among the recent contacts. For him, that small detail is enough. Convinced she knows something, he orders Carlos's execution without hesitation.
Vamos a encontrar.
Rigo.
Traicionaste el cartel, Carlos. Va a chingar tu familia.
The story shifts to the wide, sun-baked lands of Arizona there. Along miles of rusted fencing and dry grass that sway under an unrelenting sun, an aging rancher named Jim Hanson tries to maintain the last piece of life he still controls. His ranch, once lively with cattle and the voice of his wife, now feels like an empty shell. The land stretches far around him, but it feels smaller every year as debts mount and the world moves on without him.
You James Hanson?
Who's asking?
Carl Neum from Pima County Merchants Bank. Notice of trustee of sale. Let you know that the ranch is be sold at auction in 90 days. I'd have called, but I couldn't find a phone listing for you.
I was in last month, explained my situation to Ned Fremont. He assured me.
Yes, well, Ned's no longer with us. Not sure why he didn't follow it, but bank policy is to take action if there hasn't been a payment in over 6 months. You should also know, Mr. Hanson, that the bank has the right to sell the property before those 90 days if it receives a reasonable offer from a third party.
Anyway, don't you have a ranch to run?
Sold most of it off. Could dig that hole for you. Be done by sundown.
I got a new project starting next month. Come see me then. I'll see what I can find for you, okay?
I was out your way last week. Things are looking mighty lean. We're talking 17 grand.
Could you make it 20?
I'm sorry, Jim. Let me know what you decide, buddy.
His only constant companion is his old truck and the endless duty of watching the border fence that runs along his property. Jim's days follow a simple rhythm. He checks the wire fence, surveys the land, and keeps an eye out for anyone crossing from the Mexican side. He is not hostile, nor hateful, only dutiful, a man who does the job he was asked to do, even if no one thanks him for it. After serving in the Marines and suffering through the slow decline of his wife's health, he is tired, but still resolute. His stepdaughter, Sarah, who works for Border Patrol, tries to keep an eye on him, but Jim has always been difficult to manage. Pride has its own gravity, and it keeps him anchored to the land he refuses to abandon.
Thanks for the call yesterday. A few more hours, that fella would have been one for the corner.
This lucky day, I guess.
Not sure he sees it that way. I worry about you. Out there in the front lines, all by yourself. What is going on? What are you doing back here?
I'm trying to understand how you work your whole life, serve your country, pay your taxes, and end up without a pot to piss in.
Come on, let's get you back. I like to remember her like this, smiling, laughing.
Wasn't right, her going out the way she did. Watching her suffer like that. I couldn't imagine anything worse.
I miss her too.
Yeah.
What Jim doesn't know is that Rosa and Miguel are already on the move, fleeing north with the stolen money hidden in their belongings. They move through crowded neighborhoods and abandoned stretches of desert, staying ahead of the cartel hunting them. But Mauricio and his men close the distance quickly. Every stop Rosa makes, every road she travels, leaves a faint trail that the cartel follows with ruthless determination. With Carlos dead, the boy and his mother are now the only loose ends, and Mauricio's methods are simple: tie them up or cut them off. And Rosa and Miguel finally reach the border. The desert winds howl across the steel fence separating Mexico from the United States. Rosa finds a small gap beneath a damaged portion of the fence and urges Miguel through. Rosa steps through next. For a moment, she thinks they made it. A short distance away, Jim, finishing his patrol, notices two figures sprinting through the brush. He slows his truck and steps out, calling out to them.
Hey, wait. You're never gonna make it through there like that. It's miles to the nearest road. Prende?
You will help us?
I'll call the Border Patrol.
Please, no border patrol. I pay you to help us. I pay you.
I'm not a smuggler, lady. Border Patrol will help you out. Listen, get you to a doctor. Dispatch, this is Jim Hanson. I've got 2 IAs, about a click south of Stone Ridge.
Copy that. We're split thin right now. It'll be a few.
10-4.
Rosa pleads for help, desperate and breathless. Jim sees the fear in her face, but before he can say anything, the cartel trucks roar toward them. Jim quickly assesses the situation. He sees guns being carried, a group of men closing in, and a mother shielding her child. Even without knowing the details, he recognizes the unmistakable shape of danger. When one of the cartel members demands Rosa and Miguel be handed over, Jim refuses, and tension snaps like a wire stretched too tight. What follows happens in seconds.
I come here to take the woman and the boy.
Sorry, Pancho, these illegals are mine.
You are Border Patrol?
Marine Corps.
I'm a soldier too. My orders are to take them back with me.
You're no soldier, and I don't scare easy.
I'm not going to ask again. The woman and the boy, hand them over.
Weapons are raised, and Jim's training takes over. He returns fire with precision, hitting one of the attackers. Chaos erupts. Rosa and Miguel dive behind his truck as dust kicks up around them.
Get the truck! Move!
The cartel pursues, engines roaring, but Jim knows these back roads better than anyone. Mauricio leaps onto the truck bed. Gripping the metal frame, Jim jerks the wheel sharply, throwing him off. When Jim finally loses them, he looks over and sees Rosa fading, her face pale and her hands trembling. She has been shot. Miguel clutches her arm, trying to stop the bleeding, but Rosa knows her time is short. With her last strength, she pulls a folded paper from her pocket. She places it in Jim's hand and whispers for him to take Miguel to the address written on it. Family in Chicago, people who can give him the life she cannot. Her voice cracks as she begs Jim to protect him. Then, she falls silent, her eyes closing forever. Miguel sits frozen next to her, unable to process the reality of his mother's death. Jim's weathered face tightens with sorrow. The responsibility Rosa placed on him feels heavier than any weight he has carried in years. But he has made a promise, and promises to men like him still mean something.
Tu hermano está muerto.
Sir, they take him. They kill him. All I have is yours to help him. My cousin in Chicago. Please.
Authorities later arrive and take Rosa's body away, leaving Miguel in Jim's custody temporarily. Sarah shows up and tells Jim the boy will be taken into foster care. Soon, Jim has no authority, no right to keep him, only the promise made to a dying mother. The bureaucracy operates like a slow-moving machine, uninterested in the emotional cost of its decisions.
No point trying to understand the cartels. Better just to avoid them. Unaccompanied minors are sent to holding in Nogales. He most likely will end up in foster care.
What was the boy talking about?
He said if he hadn't stopped him, his mother'd still be alive.
Jim sits inside his truck, unable to sleep. Next to it, loosely stuffed into the bag Rosa left behind, is a thick bundle of cash. It becomes painfully clear this is the money the cartel wants. He looks back at the border station, where Miguel sleeps on a bench under Sarah's supervision, and realizes that if he leaves the boy there, the cartel will find him. They found Carlos. They found Rosa. They will find Miguel. Jim is the only person who can prevent that. At sunrise, he makes a choice. He retrieves Miguel, slipping out quietly before anyone can stop him.
That kid whose mother died last night, has he been sent on to Nogales yet?
No, he's being deported. Mexican authorities say he's got a relative waiting for him on the other side.
I need to see him.
Can't do that.
Make it quick. Thanks. Psst. Hey, come on.
Miguel does not understand where they are going, only that they are leaving. Jim starts up the truck, the engine rumbling with fatigue, and the two drive eastward, toward Chicago, and possibly toward a future that neither fully understands. Relentless in his mission, Mauricio soon crosses the border illegally. He is determined to track down Rosa's son and the rancher who interfered. When he discovers the man killed during the shootout was his brother, his quest turns personal. Fueled by rage, he hunts Jim with a cold, unwavering focus.
Los demás que vamos a cruzar.
Gentlemen,
Passports and visas, please.
Open the bag, please. All clear.
Adelante.
Jim and Miguel continue their journey, stopping at gas stations, roadside markets, and small towns. At each stop, Jim checks for suspicious vehicles. Scanning the horizon with the eyes of a trained marksman, Miguel watches him carefully, studying the calmness in Jim's movement, the measured awareness of someone who has survived too much to be caught off guard. At one small diner, they share a quiet meal. Miguel finally begins to speak more, asking about Jim's past. Jim explains bits of his Marine life, not heroically, but matter-of-fact. The boy seems fascinated, especially by the discipline and precision Jim once lived by. Jim sees a spark in Miguel that reminds him of a younger version of himself. As they near the Midwest, Jim's truck begins to fail. Years of service have taken their toll. He pulls into a dusty auto shop run by an elderly mechanic who works slowly but honestly.
You hungry? Food. Comida. Yeah? Hey, what's the matter? You gotta be hungry. I need to buy an atlas, like a map book.
We don't really sell maps much anymore. Everyone pretty much just Googles it on their phone.
My lucky day.
You going on a road trip?
Yeah, something like that.
Have a good one.
You too.
¿Hablas español, Reina?
No, sorry.
I come here looking for a man and a boy, and they drive a pickup truck.
Yeah, he was here. He was on a road trip.
You know which direction he go?
I didn't notice. Not really with them.
Show me.
This was just about dry. You're lucky the block didn't crack. You see, it's leaking around the core.
Can you replace the radiator?
Take a day or two to get the part.
Can't wait around that long.
I suppose I could probably patch it temporarily so that you could get where you are going. No guarantees on that, yeah? If I were you, I'd get the whole thing replaced when you get back home.
Jim and Miguel sit outside, watching the sunset. For the first time, a sense of peace settles over them. But peace never lasts long. A corrupted police officer, tied to the cartel, finds them. Jim senses something off when the officer speaks to him with questions that feel too exact, too informed. Jim quickly ends the encounter, but not before realizing the cartel is much closer than he thought.
Your license, please? Looks like you had a little incident.
Yeah.
Are you there today, young man?
Okay.
Any weapons on you, sir?
I've got a .45 under the seat and a rifle in the bag, both registered.
I just want to have a word with the boy. It'll only take a minute. Walk back to my vehicle, please.
Conway, you out there? I got tired of waiting and ate without you.
Go ahead and have a seat in your truck while I run your information.
How much are they paying you to betray that badge? Turn us over to them, they'll kill us.
Get in the fucking truck!
Miguel, back in the truck, now!
¿Dónde está? Where is it? Where? I don't know!
On the road, Jim and Miguel spend their night at a remote motel. Miguel struggles with grief, barely speaking. Jim, hardened by life and war, isn't always gentle, but he tries to guide the boy with the little wisdom he has. They share a brief meal, sitting quietly on opposite beds. Jim tells him they will reach the address in a few days. Miguel nods silently, holding the last photograph he has of his mother.
I'd like a room, please.
$39 plus tax. Credit card and ID, please.
Will this do? Go on, get yourself cleaned up.
I have a girlfriend at home. Someday, I'll marry her. Do you have a wife?
She died. Cancer. Shitty disease. They say you get used to being alone after all. It's just crap.
You could get a girlfriend.
I don't think so.
The cartel has tracked them to the motel. Jim notices a familiar black SUV in the parking lot and immediately knows Mauricio is closing in. He takes Miguel and slips out the back.
Jackson! Miguel, wake up. We have to go.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a robbery in progress here at the Blackwood Motel on Route 12. Carlos Cafe. The truck is right through there. Go, get in it, and wait for me.
If you're paying cash, I can do 900 for both. Ammo's on the house. It's my day. Nam?
2 tours.
I had a brother over there. He didn't make it back.
Sorry to hear that. We lost some good men.
I gotta run a background check. Might be a few hours, tomorrow at the latest.
You see, I'm just passing through.
I'm sorry. I can't risk losing my license.
I'm no criminal, but someone's after me and I need to watch my back.
I'll report him stolen.
I understand.
It's trouble you're in. That your own doing?
Not exactly, but I made a choice and I gotta live with it.
So long as it's for the right reasons.
One evening, they park beneath an old overpass and use torn pieces of cardboard as bedding. The night is cold, and the wind whistles through the concrete pillars. Jim lights a small fire using scraps of paper, including some of the cartel's money. Miguel watches the flames devour the bills, realizing that the cash is worth nothing if it costs them their lives.
Do you still get sad when you think about your wife?
I miss that woman every day. Life doesn't always play out the way you expect. There are good times ahead for you, Miguel. Your mom's watching over. She'll make sure of that. This belongs to you.
It's cartel's money.
Then, I guess we've got no use for this. Ready?
The next morning, they rise before dawn and continue north. Miguel practices using a rifle, learning how to dismantle, clean, and reassemble it under Jim's supervision. Jim teaches him calmly, emphasizing responsibility over violence. He tells Miguel that using a weapon requires understanding, not anger. Miguel listens closely, absorbing every detail.
Miguel, come here. Want to try? Well, stand here. Now, your finger here. Now, line up this with this notch with that can on the left. Now, take a deep breath. Let half of it out. Press this button here to remove the magazine. It will slide back to clear it.
You were a soldier?
Yeah, Marine.
You killed all the soldiers? Someday, I will kill those men.
There's absolutely nothing that feels good about killing another man. Your mother died to give you a chance at a better life. Don't waste it.
As they approach Chicago, the city skyline slowly rises in the distance. But before they reach the address Rosa had given, Jim notices a group of men watching them from a bridge. He recognizes the stance, the stillness, the predatory patience. They are cartel men. Jim veers off the road, taking an alternate route to draw them away from the residential area. The cartel follows closely, weaving through traffic with ruthless aggression. Jim's truck pushes to its limits, engine groaning under the strain. Eventually, the chase spills into an open stretch of farmland. The truck gives one last cough of life before dying entirely. Jim and Miguel abandon it, running through tall grass toward an abandoned farmhouse in the distance.
We should run, he will kill us.
Not if I get him first.
The structure, weathered and half-collapsed, offers their only chance at cover. Jim positions himself behind broken windows and rotting walls, using the environment like a seasoned tactician, recalling years of Marine training. Each step the cartel takes becomes louder, more reckless.
If anything happens to me, you get out of here and you run as far away as you can. Count to 30 and fire 2 quick shots out there.
Yo voy por detrás.
Soon, only Mauricio remains. He finds Miguel first, seizing him violently. Jim steps into the room, weapon lowered, eyes locked on Mauricio. A tense standoff unfolds, but Jim's priority is the boy's safety. Mauricio forces Miguel to hold a gun, demanding that he kill Jim. The boy's hands tremble, but Miguel remembers Jim's lesson. He discreetly removes the bullet. When the trigger clicks on an empty chamber, Mauricio hesitates just long enough for Jim to strike. A fierce struggle erupts, both men slamming into walls and broken furniture. Mauricio fights with the ferocity of a man fueled by vengeance. Jim fights with the precision of someone who has lived too long to die on someone else's turn. At last, Jim gains the upper hand. Mauricio collapses, bleeding and defeated. Jim retrieves the Marine badge Mauricio had stolen from his home, a small piece of identity returned at last.
Get in here, let's finish this! Drop your gun! Drop it!
Let him go, you bastard.
Why? He's gonna make a good soldier one day. He's gonna be trained by the best.
He will never kill for you.
We all learn to do what we must do to survive.
We made our choices. Let him make his.
I never had a choice! He's gonna kill his first man today. Así te puedes vengar por tu mamá.
Give me the gun. Walk away. Now.
Wait.
Now you have a choice.
With Mauricio gone, the threat ends. Jim drives Miguel to the Chicago address, a quiet house with flower pots on the windowsills.
This is for you.
Miguel's relatives answer the door, shocked but relieved to see him alive. They embrace the boy tightly, mourning Rosa and thanking Jim with tears in their eyes. Before Miguel can turn around, Jim quietly steps away. He doesn't want gratitude. He doesn't want recognition. He wants the boy to have a life beyond the violence that nearly consumed him. Jim boards a long-distance bus. He sits near the window, staring out at the horizon as the city lights fade behind him. His body aches from the final fight, and blood stains his jacket subtly. He closes his eyes. Exhausted, he fulfilled his promise. Miguel is safe. And for the first time in a long time, Jim Hanson lets himself drift into sleep, carried forward on a journey he does not know the end of. But for now, that is enough. If you've enjoyed this video, you'll definitely enjoy the video showing on your screen now. Click now. We'll see you in the next one.